What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Deadlight Sanctuary. I'm trying to do my episodes within like a 2-week period of them all, but I think I might do it sooner because I get tired. I get very impatient with waiting to upload videos, and I just want to do it. That's why my videos were so sporadic, because I got impatient. So on this episode, I'm gonna try to do it every week. If I can't, then 2 weeks it is. But on this episode of Deadlight Sanctuary, I'm gonna be testing out something from Fantasy Master or Master Cutlery, the Skull Knife. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but they make a Celtic dagger and skull knife. And the picture it's showing me is in a flat black, but I got a different one. But so I'm going to show you guys the knife, and then I'm going to use it. It's actually a pretty big knife. It's almost like a Bowie knife, almost the size of it anyway. So this is the size of it. Like I said, it's almost like a Bowie knife, but I like it because it's got a really cool blade design. And I'm normally not one to have like ink designs on my blades. Like, I don't really like the skulls too much, but at a distance it kind of makes it look cryptic a little bit. Like if I were to put it over here and you can't really notice the skulls, it makes it look like it's like slightly faded a little bit. But if I put it closer, you guys can somewhat see the skulls. I don't know if you can or not, but yeah. But yeah, I like the blade design a lot. It's got a serration up here, which is somewhat sharp. It's not sharp like a normal serration would be, but it's pretty decent. It's got somewhat of a thumb groove on the handle, and the handle feels like it's made of rubber, and the handle also has little skulls on it. I don't know if you guys can notice that or not. I don't know if the lighting is good enough, but it's a really thick blade. I want to say it's about, I don't know, like, I want to say like 3/8. I want to say it's about 3/8 thick. I'm not sure though. It's been a while since I've actually like looked at the size of steel and shit like that. But it's a thick blade no matter what. But the only thing I don't like about it is this thing right here, which is where you would put the lanyard at, this little hole. Only because if you look at it a certain way, I don't know if you guys can notice it, but it pokes out. So when you're swinging and you go down, it rubs against your hand, and it digs into it, which I don't like. So I was thinking about chopping that off, but I also don't want to mess it up and have the whole thing fall out and have this thing start falling apart somehow, because it's not, you know, like a legit blade. It's a decorative blade. It's more of a wall hanger, but it is extremely sharp. So that's why I'm using it, because it's sharp. But and it just looks really aggressive. That's why I like it. So this is the Fantasy Master Skull Knife bottle cut test. I'm not going to test this on any like woods or anything like that, obviously, for obvious reasons, is because I don't want to mess up the detail on the blade. I know a lot of people get on me about not testing it in nature, but it really all comes down to the looks. Since I'm not actually using it for anything, like the only thing I actually do use is the Brute machete, which you guys seen a while ago, and the Tramontina machete, and I use those when I go camping and stuff like that, just to cut like weeds down. Those are really the only ones I use. But the ones I don't use, I don't test in the woods, because there's no point in me fucking up the paint just to see if it'll cut through something, which I know this won't, because you can hear the rattling. This is loose, and I don't think this is full tang, honestly. I think it's like it doesn't say. I don't think it says. It doesn't say whether it's full tang or not, but I'm sure you guys can look it up. If you guys want to look it up, look up Fantasy Master Skull Knife, and the serial number is FM647S. Let me know if it's full tang, because I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to worry about it, but I know you guys probably will. But yeah, so we're going to test this and see how it does. I got 3 bottles today. I'm going to do my typical thing, cutting, slicing, stabbing, you know, typical. I might try the serration out on one of them too, just to see if it'll actually cut into it. Probably won't, because like I said, it's not really that sharp, but it probably will. You never know. So yeah, let's get to that. See you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so the first test I'm going to do is I'm actually really curious about the tooth serration here, to see how it'll do. So I'm going to try it out on this little guy, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, it cut it. Pretty clean too, like nothing like, you know, look at that. The only time something's really coming out is when I'm moving it, which is cool. Let's see if I can't keep going with it. No, but you guys get the point. So I'm just gonna So yeah, so the tooth serration does pretty good. I'm actually surprised on how it did. Look at that nasty looking shit. Anyway, there's that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stab it. So we're gonna see how it does with me stabbing it. You already seen me stab that, so you obviously know how it's gonna go. I'm kind of excited to see how it's gonna go. But so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. I got the blue on me. But yeah, so there's that stabbing. Obviously, does pretty good. I got caught. Tried getting aggressive with it, but I kind of got caught a lot because of the teeth. Yeah, so there's that. I did a pretty damn good job. Surprised. And then this one, obviously, I'm just going to cut. And I'm going to see if I can't go all the way through it. Probably can't, but let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Didn't go all the way through like I wanted, but I went quite a decent way. I got my forehead soaked. There we go. Yeah, did a fairly good job. Doesn't surprise me at all, honestly, because I mean it is bottles and it is a sharp blade. So yeah, there's a. Nope, I just cut it. Never mind, I'm not going to stab it. I was going to, but I changed my mind. That's what happened. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next episode. The next episode, I think I'm going to be doing another Fantasy Master weapon. I'm not sure. I think it is. I don't remember. I'd have to look at it. But this time it's going to be a sword. And wait, no, I already did that. No, I didn't. No, I did not do that. That was the Z Hunter machete. Never mind. It's got the same somewhat design, but not really. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be doing another Fantasy Master. I might be doing a lot of Fantasy Masters, honestly, because Fantasy Masters are the least expensive, and for them to do what I need them to do, they do it. So not too worried about that. So yeah, see you guys in my next episode. Catch you later.